Or?
Very good. Yeah,
Yeah?
good. Yeah.
Jeez, it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's good though.
Yeah.
It's good, crazy.
Enjoying yourself?
I am. It's first time for me. Yeah, so it's
First
good.
big chunk of it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, well, as a first-time director, obviously you've won a lot of awards for
Right.
special effects and stuff.
Right.
You're used to a set, used to of a dynamic of a set.
Mm-hmm.
How daunting was the undertaking of a film for your first proper directorial debut?
It was a pretty good sized film with a lot of complexity, but to me, I think I had great support, both from Jerry Bruckheimer creatively, Disney as a studio, and also from Sony ImageWorks from the technical side. So I really was able to take off the visual effects hat and put on the director's hat. And to me, the challenge at hand, as I think any director, is to tell a good story, and with your characters. And so that's where I put most of my energy. I really did.
Because you've got a lot of different avenues here. You've got the voice stuff, you've got the CGI hamsters and the gerbils, you've got those guys. Then you've got, because you shoot live action as well. Is it difficult balancing it?
Yes,
There's a lot more to worry about than just a normal, if you're working on one.
It is. I think the problem or the challenge here is it's made up of bits. An animated film, the real challenge is to get a holistic performance out of a bunch of little parts, and it stays in this kind of primitive storyboard, animatic reel for, in this case, up to a year, So it takes an amazing amount of imagination and fortitude to stay focused during that length of time. I think the challenge is creatively working with the actors on set is that many of them have to relate and emote to stick. It's pretty hard. That also goes for the crew members. I mean, you have a DP that's got a light thin air, or you've got a cameraman who's trying to frame something that's not there. So everyone has to work extra hard.
You've got your 3D avenue as well, which is new. So that's, it's an entirely different thing to worry about.
Yeah,
well,
so it's very true.
Yeah,
because 3D in most animated films, which are virtual, computer generated, it's not that hard to really render another eye, essentially make it 3D. That's why we see a lot of it today in 3D.
You've got a pretty much a spectacular voice cast.
Yes.
Guys like Jon Favreau and Sam Rockwell as well are really known character actors. How did you get the guys to do the movie? Did Jerry have something about that, or was it a case of just showing them the script?
That's again where Jerry excels. He really has a real knack for picking the right kind of person for in front of the camera as well as behind, because you got A-list guys all the way through, and then also has the ability to be able to get them. So someone like, for instance, Sam Rockwell, Tracy Morgan, and Penelope. This was their first time of voicing a character.
So it's your first time kind of directing them. It's their first time voicing, and makes it
exactly.
A bit easier.
Makes it interesting. I mean, I think the challenge there with classically trained actors is that they're used to having an environment, cameras, lights, and other actors. Here, you're standing alone in an empty room with a microphone. So from a directorial standpoint is to give them perspective, to give them an idea of where they are in the story, what's going on in the character, and to give them the confidence that they can, what appears to be over-the-top dialogue, but really it takes that energy in the microphone to really show up on the other end on the screen.
Okay. And I was at the screening the other night, you mentioned you brought your son Hyde out, and you mentioned that he came up with a story a few years ago.
Yeah, he came up with the inception of the idea.
He'd be looking for a back-end deal in a couple of years.
Well, he saw the movie just the other day, and he was thrilled. I didn't show it to him in the bits and pieces form along with my wife, and I think the biggest blast he got was when, as an 11-year-old, he saw his name go up across the wall. It's really good. That
must be down to some boasting material you've got for your friends there as well, to kind of say, this is it, this is my movie. I'm 11 and I've made my film debut here. But what have you got anything lined up next? Anything that's
well, you know what? I've got a lot of ideas like that. I'm hoping if G-Force is commercially successful, that there'll be a G-Force 2, because that's got a lot of potential, I think, in that.
So you're thinking kind of franchise from the start. Was that from the beginning of shooting?
It was from the beginning, yeah. Essentially, it was digital characters. All the digital assets went into the toy design, into the games, and into the books. So they're all there. They're already out on the shelves now, which is kind of fun.
Yeah, it's a whole franchise.
It is.
Thank you very much, Hyde.
Thank you. Very good. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.